In progress.
Good morning. I'm so glad you're here. Let's take a moment to set an intention, hands at the heart, of just taking a peaceful wellness moment for ourselves, replenishing our body's health. Go up into your, lift up your arms, take your palms together and go over. And good morning, inhale. We just set an intention of having a wonderful wellness moment for ourselves. Come up, a wellness practice, and we're going to ease into some half moons, Ardha Chandrasana, and you might find that you can go a little deeper. You can breathe a little fuller. As you begin your practice, your body, your breathing starts warming up, and we are going to hold. So just let this still be half moon, but if you want to take your hand down, you can. If you want to take your foot over, you can. And I like to do little nuance movements. You're discovering where you might need the attention. You're given all the parts attention, breathing in, inhale. Good morning. Oh, that feels so good. Good morning. And then come up with your other side, half moon. Now on this side, if you want to add your foot crossing, your arm going over, you can add a little rotation, breathe in. You may go a little deeper as you're here. We're easing into things, seeing how you feel. Lateral flexion is so good for the shoulders and the back. Also imagine, you can even visualize your respiratory muscles expanding with the breath. So these secondary respiratory muscles, the intercostals, spreading out. Inhale. And then exhale to come back. Now the feet are underneath you, your hands are at the heart. Take a moment. Now we're going to take an inhale to go up and sit into a comfortable Utkatasana chair. Now hold a place that feels good for you. It could be a 90 degree, it could be higher. Your palms can come together. Now you may relax your neck by tucking the chin a bit and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now on the 1, come back up to standing, but then we're going to add on. Let your blood pressure adjust. Inhale, reach the arms up. We're getting a little warmer. Exhale, Utkatasana. Both feet are evenly carrying your body weight. Now your palms come together. If you'd like to add on, keep your legs the same. Rotate, maybe even hooking your elbow past your thigh. 5, 4, 3, 2, face front. Now inhale. If you can, go right on over to the other side. If you need a break, stand up first and then come back down. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2. Now take an inhale and face front. Standing back up, if you need to, let your blood pressure adjust here. So there's that little wave of blood pressure. Take your right arm and go up and behind you until you can catch your foot. Your left arm is forward. I'm going to turn to you. The modification would be to hold onto a wall here, or if you cannot reach your foot, to use a Dynaband to hold onto your foot. Hold tall, and you're gently pulling your ribs down. You're gently pulling your pubic bone up. And so you have some ab tone in this stretch. Now, if you want to add on, you can push your foot into your hand. You still have some ab tone so that your low back doesn't get more inwardly curved. Your upper back is opening, your shoulder is opening. Take that inhale, and as you exhale, gently come back. Your hands are together at the heart. Beautiful. Now on the inhale, lift up an arm and bring it to your foot or your ankle. Your other arm is forward. At first, you're just a tall standing balance quadricep stretch, ribs down. pubic bone up. Breathe fully. Your heel may get closer to your tush as you're here. This is a really good one for mitigating knee pain. Now inhale, the option would be to push your foot into your hand. You're going to feel your upper back open. As you do this, you may have to shift your gaze so that your neck doesn't have any tension. You want your neck to feel great. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, come back and your hands are at the heart. If you would like, take a sip, and then we're going to come back to a tree pose. In tree pose, lift and spread your toes, and then put your foot up to possibly your calf, maybe your inner thigh. We're going to do a little lifting of the arms. A very traditional tree pose, although we'll be adding on, but this is a really good pose to come back to as a modification. Now, if you would like to add an opener for your shoulders, you could take a cow face here, or you could just do hands behind your back here. That's another way to open the shoulders. Jawline parallel to the floor, and if you felt like I did, you just come right back up. Good, Karen, that looks good. We're going to add on, if you can, your palms come together. You're going to rotate your torso away from your knee. So your torso will go the opposite way of your knee. Take another inhale. And exhale, come forward. Now lower your foot. Take a moment. Breathe. Lift and spread your toes. Take your other foot up, calf or inner thigh. Then once your legs are established, you can lift your arms. Notice there's still a little bit of abdominal tone here. The ribs slightly pull down and the pubic bone slightly pulls up. So if you scan your body, there won't be any tension in your back. If there is, gently rib tuck down and pubic bone up. There's no tension in the shoulders. There's no tension in the jaw or the hands. It's almost like you're trying to see how little energy you can put into maintaining balance and not over contracting. Now, if you care to add on, you can take a cow face pose, or you could take an interlaced finger position at your lower back. Yep. You could take some type of way to open your shoulders and chest. That's the intention with the balance here. Yep. Now we're going to take another inhale. And as you exhale, your hands are going to come towards the heart in a prayer pose. Now you're going to rotate the torso as an option away from the knee. Keep the jawline parallel to the floor. Keep the tension out of the shoulders. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, gently rotate to the front. Lower your foot back down. Nice job, wonderful job. We're going to take a little bit of a Warrior three, so lift and spread your toes. Your hands come either beside you, or if you would like to take a shoulder opener, you could interlace. Now, lifting and spreading your toes, your right foot is your base, your left foot comes diagonally behind you. Now, you may continue towards parallel, or you can stay in that diagonal if you'd like. Balancing, reaching through your leg. Take an inhale, and exhale, come back up. Now your hands can come to your heart. This is called samasthiti. This means balancing your mind, body, breath. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, your other foot, your left foot is your base. Your hands come behind you, and you could interlace them. Inhale, exhale. Now your right foot will hinge behind you, your right leg. That could be enough just to balance on a foot, or you can continue down, continue down, continue down. Take another inhale. And as you're ready, slowly come back, hands underneath, hands at your heart, feet underneath. Take a sip if you'd like. We're going to take another standing pose. And this one is a balance pose called pyramid. The right foot comes forward, the left foot comes back. Now, you are on railroad tracks here, and your feet are probably 3.5 to 4 feet wide, but on railroad tracks. We're going to lift up both arms and circle. And you can make this as big as you want, as big as your arms are comfortable. Your goal is, this is a ball and socket, so you want to enjoy the freedom of movement. Inhale, in your shoulders. Breathe in. Now your option here is interlaced fingers, or maybe reverse prayer pose, or holding onto your elbows, but it's a little shoulder opener. Inhale, and then exhale, hinge. Both knees are long, although there may be a softness to the joint. Your gaze may be down to your toes, whatever you can do, keeping your hips square. Right hip back, left hip forward. Gaze towards the toes. Notice how your body is figuring out your balance. There's a little twitching and contractions around the ankle, around the knee, around the foot. That's your body doing such a good job at trying to find balance when you're in a different position. That's what we're strengthening here. You can also feel your hamstrings stretching and your shoulders and your chest. We're going to take another inhale and push your feet to the floor. Try not to use your arms yet. Just lift your heart towards the sky. Inhale. And then exhale, your spine goes into vertical and you step your back foot to meet your front foot. Hands at the heart. And notice how your shoulders feel and how your hip feels open. Now take the other side, right foot back about 3.5, 4 feet deep, but on a railroad track. So in line with your respective hip. Enjoy this humongous circle, big range of motion. Inhale, as big as you can get it without any pain. As big as you can get your circles without any pain. They're crossing over each other. Now that inhale can bring you to a shoulder release that serves you. You could interlace, you could hold onto your elbows, or you could do a reverse prayer of your chest and shoulders being open. Exhale, hinge. Gaze towards the foot. Now notice how everything feels. We're going to take another inhale. And as you exhale, push your foot into the floor and come up to beyond midline. A little bit of a back bend to your inhale. And exhale to bring your hands at the heart. Your back foot meets your front foot. Pausing here. Good. Open up your legs more like a V, a big V. This is called five-pointed star. Your wrists are roughly over your ankles. Inhale and exhale, hinge. And if you want, you can kind of walk down your legs. So there's the thigh, you can test that out. There's the calf, you can test that out. Maybe you'll get to the ankles, maybe the feet, it doesn't matter as long as you feel a gentle stretch here. You can gently pull and feel an assist. Your toes are either straight ahead or slightly internally rotated. Try to have the pelvis level, even if you have to shift it a little left-right to find out where that is. Put your hands on the floor if they'll go and assist yourself into a stretch here. Prasarita Padottanasana. Interlace your fingers and see if you can find the shoulder stretch here. And then walk over to your right leg or foot and feel that stretch all by itself. Inhale and go over to the other one and stretch. Come back to center when you're ready and stretch. Now, when you're ready, your hands will go 2 inches to your hips. Pause as you come halfway up. This is also for blood pressure. Realign your spine. Now, as you're ready, as you feel steady in your blood pressure, push into the floor. Let your hands go to the rear. Lift your heart. Breathe in. There's a little back bend here, but it's supported. You have your hands helping you. Now come back into neutral. You can step your feet or walk them together or jump them if you want. Hands at the heart. Grab a sip. Good job. Legs should feel a little freer now. And then as you're ready, Your feet are going to be in neutral. Your arms come up and your tush comes down. Now, Utkatasana is the base pose. It's also your place you can stay as a modification. If you would like to add on, pick up your right ankle and put it on your left thigh. You're in a one-legged squat right now and one-legged hip opener. So hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now inhale, and as you're ready, push yourself back up. Your hands are at your heart. Now we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, Utkatasana. This is your base move. You can add on by picking up your left ankle. You got it, Jean, really good. You didn't even use your hands. And you could have your palms together at the heart. One hip is opening, one hip is strengthening. 10, 9, it's also called seated pigeon. 8, neck is easy. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and then exhale to come back up. Let your blood pressure adjust. We're going to do eagle. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, have a seat. Now, Utkatasana. If you would like to add on, you can lift up your right thigh, wrap it once or twice, meaning thigh and toes. Maybe wrap your right arm once or twice so the palms touch. And hold, eagle, Garudasana, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on the 1, stand back up. Your hands are at your heart. Take a moment. Inhale, arms up, and then have a seat. The left thigh wraps once or twice, meaning thigh or lower foot, and possibly your left arm wraps underneath your right and your palms might touch. Elbows shoulder height, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take another inhale and exhale, come back up to standing. Hands together at the heart. Now lift and spread your toes. Take your right foot on your inner thigh if you can, like tree. We're going to do a small add-on. I'm going to take off my sock. But at first, just hold tree with arms out, like a T, palms up. That may be your move. Most likely that is the move. If you would like to explore, there's a couple things you can do here. You can take your 2 fingers of your right foot and put it around your big toe and just lift your foot. That could be all you do. Maybe you do this, maybe you lengthen a little. You don't have to, I just wanted to show it. 10, 9, 8, yeah, 7, good, or tree, 6, 5, or just expand, 4, 3, see how it's a chest expansion, 2. Now you're gonna lower that back down, hands at the heart, lower it to the floor. That's right, way to be expedient, Michelle. And then take your other foot, lift and spread your toes. That foot goes to your calf or your inner thigh. Now notice how when you expand your arms, I always think of an eagle or maybe a broad winged hawk or just something with a really big wingspan, just upper back, upper chest, arms opening. That is as important. If you would like to add on, your 2 fingers can go to your big toe. Your toe holds onto your fingers too. That could be enough. Maybe this, maybe this, maybe this. Wow, wow, look at that. Look at y'all, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale, lower, hands together, quickly go down. Grab a sip. That was great. Grab a sip. And then open up your arms. Open up your arms like you did with that 5-pointed star and your legs. Now lift up your right toes and point them in the same direction that your right fingers are going. Reach out over that leg so your knees are long but soft. Now when you cannot reach anymore, that's your triangle. Now the arm is up into vertical at first. Notice how that feels. Make sure you're not hyperextending that bottom knee. If you want to add on, the arm over your ear is a really nice side stretch. Breathe. Neck wherever you need it. So if that means you look down, if that means you look straight ahead, go for it. Yep. Inhale up. Now, it's like your string pulled you up. 5-pointed star, and that may be where you stay, or open up your left toes towards the same way your left fingers are reaching. Reach out. And lower. Now your other arm, at first it's just going to be vertical, 5. Remember that wingspan, that eagle wingspan? That's how it opens. That's how these cues help your chest and shoulders and your posture. Now keep that long arm, but over your ear is the add-on. Nice job, guys. Inhale. Now it's almost like a string pulls you up. Good. Now your feet are together, your hands are together. Step, jump, or shimmy your feet together. Nice. I'm going to have us grab a sip because we're going to be going down to the floor. You can take your drink with you if you want, but I think sometimes it's just easier when you're vertical to grab a sip. And we're going to go towards a downward dog. I think I'm in a good place. Let's see. Inhale and exhale. Let's see. Down. Yep. Your hands are on the floor. Your feet are back. Now, bend one knee and bend the other. Bend one knee and bend the other. Sometimes I refer to this as walking the dog. Both heels press and both heels lift. Both heels press and both heels lift. And down and lift. And hold. Pick up your left foot and press it on your right heel and hold. And then put your foot down and pick up your right foot and press the left heel down and hold. Both heels down and hold. Now lower your knees down. Pull your toes under and press back. This is a child's pose plus a foot stretch. So press 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come into the belly down position, which is what I collectively call swans or cobras, depending on if you're yoga or Pilates. So same thing as extensions. The forearm position is Sphinx. If you would like to add on, press your hands on the floor and come up. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Enjoy. Lower down. Try to find your hands at your low back, but if that doesn't work, just put them beside your hips and lift up. And adding on in bend one knee or the two and then lift up to bow pose. We're going to do it twice. If you need to just hold one at this time, it's okay. Lower, and we'll do it again, or the other foot, come up. And relax, child pose. Press back, toes under if you'd like. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to take a frog pose, but if you would prefer to take a bound angle, you can do that. If you're taking frog pose, your knees go out wide and your toes come together, and your arms can be a pillow. And if you prefer, you can do seated bound angle. So find what works for you. I also like to double up the mat if I'm doing frog pose, or make sure the knees are comfortable. And then come on in and pull your knees together for a child's pose. Press your hips back. And then take a downward dog and walk it out. Downward dog, walk it out is just bending one knee, bend the other. And you may notice, since we did this before, that your heels are a little closer to the floor. Press both heels down, and it's a down dog, but if you can add on a cue, try to pull up your toes. When you pull up your toes, it'll make your calves stretch more. Yep, try to pull all your toes up. Now the next pose is going to be a pigeon or a figure 4. So you can do either knee up, and from pigeon it's an easier place to get it, or you can line your back and do a figure 4. So Betty, you can let your right knee be near your hands. Now this is upright, and then you can inhale and you can exhale, forward fold. Karen, it looks like you have a pillow. I would use it. Yeah, I would use the pillow and then do figure 4, because it's the essence is that we're opening the hip. That's our intention. So you can come on down to your restful lying pigeon, or you could do lying on your back pigeon. Good job. Breathe in and release tension with your exhale. Take an inhale, and if you're in pigeon, you're going to come back to downward dog for a moment and walk your legs out. And Karen, you can also just take the other side. If you're in pigeon, we're going to take the other side. So we're on our other hip. Our inhale can just be a way to intend full breath. And then as you're ready, exhale and forward fold over your leg. You can fold up your arms like a pillow so your neck's comfortable. And Karen, I like how you're using the pillow. So we're always making sure our neck is good. Now when you're ready, slowly come back up and take a down dog. And Karen, we're going to join you in just a moment. If you want to stay there, you can even start toward the bridge if you would like. So right now we're down dogging, and we're going to, you can look up at your hands, step or jump up there, and use your abs to roll down. Make sure that you're safe space behind you. You have nothing you're going to run into. Curl down. And try to do it slowly so you have some ab tone, maybe 10 more, 9. Good, there you go. And then once you're down, we're gonna be doing bridge. So feet on the floor, curl up and down, curl up and down, curl up and down, curl up. Stay up. And if you would like, interlace your fingers and kind of walk your shoulders more underneath you. Make sure there's a space underneath your neck. And it's really nice to close the eyes here. Breathe into the front body, the chest, the ribs, the belly. Release your arms, take an inhale, and as you exhale, slowly lower down and take a hand to each foot, happy baby. Now the knees are going to go down on either side of your ribs roughly, and hold. Take your left leg very long on the floor. Take your right knee over and take your right arm into a few circles like we did in the standing pose, Parsvottanasana or pyramid, and enjoy this humongous range of motion that's pain-free. You're keeping that shoulder healthy, and then somewhere where your arm is like a T or Y, you're gonna feel a shoulder stretch that's good for you today on this stretch. Your left hand holds your right knee down like a paperweight, and try to relax into it. Your gaze could be to the right, but you can close your eyes. So you're just stretching your neck safely over there. Now, we're gonna go to the other side. So this time your right leg's really long. Your left knee comes across and your right hand holds the knee. Now your left arm can take circles. Leave that left arm out like a T or a Y. Let your gaze go that way, although you can close your eyes, I do. Right hand on the knee to keep it in place. And then gently come back into neutral. And we're going to take a right hamstring stretch, but if you would like to use a block, you can. If you would like to use a prop, like an elastic tubing, a Dynaband, or a Pilates ring to take your, or a yoga tie strap, you can do a hamstring. And the block could be underneath your sacrum. That's going to get that left psoas, your right leg's up. Enjoy. Take that leg across the midline a little bit, and you can internally rotate it for the outer hamstring. And take that leg out. And relax there. Now bring it back in and switch up your legs. So take the other leg up, pour your other leg down. Cross the midline with that leg. And then take that leg out so it's a little bit more inner hamstring, inner thigh. Have fun, find out where you're feeling it, where you need it. And then slowly come back, and we're gonna take the props out so you don't have them in your hands anymore or under your body. Walk the feet out a little wider than you would take a bridge pose, wider than your hips, maybe shoulder width. Drop your inner right knee down and just see if that's enough. Maybe pick up your left ankle and place it on top. Possibly arms overhead, it's gonna add on, it will add on more stretch. And just rest here. That's it, Karen. You may pick up your ankle and put it on top of your knee, but you may not need it. Perfect. Now breathe low. We're going to take an inhale and then take it to the other side. So your feet are wider, and then your knees, your feet are like shoulder width apart or so. Right ankle on your left knee if you want that extra, or left thigh. Breathe. Inhale. And then exhale, come back and take a hip opener. So let your, I'm going to give you a couple options here. Your right ankle and left thigh, reach your hands through. And then, so Karen, as you do this, if you feel like, oh, I'm so open, I really don't need it anymore, which I can usually take a couple reps of this stretch, but let's say you want to try a different one. You can do teapot where you roll over and your foot's on the floor, and then your right arm opens up and your knee opens away. You can take either of those. I wanted to offer them both. It really is nice when you can get at least two hip opener stretches in a class. You have 6 deep external rotators. Hips tend to run tight, whether you're sedentary or whether you're active. And it's really nice to get at least 2 different angles on them. So enjoy, and also notice how the back feels freer with hip openers. Inhale and exhale, go to the other ankle to thigh. Now, this could be your stretch. You could just stay right here and do this figure 4. But if you want to, you could add on a roll over and open up that knee, and your left arm goes out. Inhale. And then as you're ready, you can add your feet up on the wall. And if you don't want to do that, you can also just take a Shavasana. But this is really nice for circulation too. And if you're doing it, you can do just feet on the wall, feet on the couch, or you can even put a foam roller or a block underneath your sacrum. Take a moment to take a load off, to just focus on your breath. And we'll let that breath be an energy of replenishment, of wellness, of healing, of nurturing. And take a moment to gently wake your fingers and your toes. If you do have a block, release the block. Slowly make your way up towards a seated position facing the front of the room. And lengthen your spine, but with not much effort. So you're just resting on your bones. And we'll take a moment to breathe in to the belly, the ribs, and the heart, the chest. And exhale. And then try to do it a little longer this time. Inhale a little bit longer. And exhale a little bit longer. And then one more time. And exhale out a little longer. And then just let your breath breathe you. Just breathe naturally. Today is a new day. Today is a new day to see all the appreciations and miracles within me and around me. Today is a new day full of wonder and magic. Today I'm going to make it a point to notice all the appreciations within me and around me. Now, whenever you're ready, you can bring yourself back into the room. And with so much appreciation, thank you guys so much. I won't see you tomorrow, Thursday, but it looks like next Friday would be a good add-on, but I'll send an email. But thank you so much, and I will see you I'll see you Monday. Thank you guys so much. Got it. Great. Thank you.